seem?
You know, I know sometimes when people are doing messages, you don't want to have to worry about what your face looks like or what, you know, but I want to be able to go back and listen to this at will.
Yeah. And then when you get to running behind it, you're done.
Yeah.
I'm glad Steve stepped up and said, because the lady didn't want to leave.
Yeah, that happens.
She was too much. I didn't know who you were when you were standing there. You looked different. Maybe it was my eyes, though. Because once you stepped closer and turned toward me, you look like Bonita, but when you were sitting down,
yeah,
you looked like you were 20 years younger. I mean,
I'm a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
It makes a difference when
you're doing okay? You actually do look younger than I remember you.
Well, I'm more relaxed. I practice prana shakti, which is a form. It's in Hindu. It's not just like energy healing. It encompasses how you manage the energy in your life and your energetic connections, and it really is very rejuvenating.
What do you do? What does it do? I mean, how do you do it?
It's prana shakti connects you to all dimensions and frequencies.
I hear what you're saying that it does, but how do you do it?
How do I do it?
Yeah.
I open myself up and then I let it do its thing and I don't worry about it. So there's some meditation that I do.
I'm trying to figure out, well, how do you...
Yeah. I studied with Guruji, just some crystals and shungite. Nothing that interacts with water. Yeah, Guruji Arun Kumar, who is the person who brought prana shakti from the Hindu temples to people, and I studied with him.
So it's a form of meditation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it incorporates with how you eat your food, your meditation, your martial arts, your yoga, your connection.
It's been helpful.
When I was learning this,
you look,
when I would water my garden every morning, I would do prana shakti while spraying the water. So I'd prana shakti the water too. And I'm telling my butterfly bush, which I'd had for years, and it was about to the top of the first floor window. Mm-hmm. Within 2 weeks, it was above the second floor window.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very impressive healing energy. But for me, no one cares about that. All they want is past life readings and Akashic record stuff. So
yeah. Of course. Yeah, they want all that stuff.
Yeah, that's got more razzmatazz. What I wanted to ask you today.
Yes, that's what I want to get into right now. You're on top of it.
Yeah, my life has gone through a lot of transitions.
Mm-hmm. Up and down, around and around.
Yes,
and then all growing.
Yeah,
but also very stress creating.
Yeah,
I'm feeling all that. I'm with you. In other words.
Yeah, you're connecting. I can feel you coming in.
Ooh, you talk so naughty.
Okay.
I couldn't resist. Maybe
That's
I
all
should
right.
refrain from that kind of stuff.
A few months ago, my guides told me, sell everything, lighten your load. And I did. Shut down the wellness center, got rid of our home.
Wow.
The few things I still own. It just happened so fast. Like, once I understood once I was in alignment, everything just, bam. Everything sold. As soon as I would post it, it would sell for, like, the maximum amount I wanted for it. And so now,
how old are you now?
54.
Okay, thanks.
So I'm trying to, I know things that, like, they're very clear on what needs to happen over the next year, and that I shouldn't worry about how things will, as long as I focus on...
2 years. Next 2 years. Go ahead.
Okay. But any insight on what is happening, and of course how to best care for my son and his protection, because he's still under a great deal of attack.
Okay, one question at a time, but let me get in first. When I say your name, say yes. Comes now Bonita Woods.
Yes.
May all those who work with her, loved ones in spirit, spiritual entities, and those that she has attracted with her energy and spiritual understanding come forth. Help, guide, and answer all her questions. This is our prayer. Amen. Now, ask one question at a time. Because you have more entities or spiritual people helping you than when I met you and when you were born. I mean, they've been growing. It's like a crowd that comes and goes. Spirit helpers, I call them.
Yeah.
That you might not have ever met in this life, or even on the other side, but we're helping you now.
I have a lot now. I would like insights on my path ahead, illumination of my path ahead for the next 3 to 6 months.
Well, that's not a question. That's a statement.
Could I please have some illumination of?
And they would just simply say, "Well, of course," and not do anything.
Okay.
But I'll ask the question for you.
Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to see how you wanted it. Okay. What will my path of illumination be for the next 6 to 7 months? Right?
Yes.
There's more than one. That's not the question. You're also asking why have I done what I've done? What is the reason for this transition? There's some things going on with your mind, with your heart. Drastic changes, and it's been going on for the last 2.5 years, more than you, and it hasn't quite finished yet. This transformation, this transition that you've been making in your life. You've been compelled, or urged, or receptive, and moving forward. Keep your heart and mind in place, because it seems sudden to a lot of other people, or drastic at times, but all in complete harmony with you, within your sphere, or your world, or your life, or where you're going. And it's not, other people looking in might not be able to understand what you're going through, and even you don't understand it. This is coming from this teacher of yours, and he stands with a couple or 3 other people, too. Now, you could just say Hindu master, Tibetan master, or whatever, but he's just a form. He's a person who's there for you, and he has friends who are taking you to higher levels of understanding that others may not even be able to comprehend on an earthly level, because this is the hierarchy. Masters who've ascended ages ago, that have come to aid you in your quest and answer your questions. And you still have to be here now. You have to be in the earth plane, and you have responsibilities or connections to those who still depend on you here. You have a mighty influence just in the spoken word and the energies that come forth from your vibration and your understanding of life, and how to live it to the fullest without anything. Some things are being asked of you so you can prove your worthiness or your understanding of the earth, but you still have to be here now in the earth, and you will be taken care of. That surrendering that you're feeling that you must do, or the elimination of earthly woes and values, is a part of your mental connections and mental processing that would allow you to take, I guess, the next phase of your understanding of what is required of those who become initiates, disciples, apostles, to the ashrams, to the higher callings of progression in spirit. And this is what you have come here to do and want to do. But I don't know what that word is. They said a word. It means a helper or disciple. But you have a disciple or prachinpaka, some kind of, it was unintelligible, that has followed you here and is walking with you. Same mental understanding, very, very different in this world, but what is his charge? You cannot follow you. And you also have those that you have followed into the earth plane and came to help them in their time of transition back into the spirit. Also a responsibility of yours. So you have to balance out those needs and also your desire to excel or to grow or to become much, 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 much more than your physical form would allow you to be. You cannot leave your physical form and go. You must maintain or be anchored until you can cut it free and be gone. But with that is also your responsibilities to your offspring and those who have made you an offspring. So, all that's background. This is a journey of faith, of surrender. You want guidance. It won't be 6 months. It'll be 2, 3 months before January. You will understand what you have sacrificed or given up to start a new life. You've always been a go-getter. I say go-getter, it's my word. You've always been one who initiated energy and manifested that which you envisioned. They are saying that they will not live your life for you, but they will direct you or help you in the decisions that you make. You may have thought that we directed you to give up everything that you have occurred, but you read that or something, you got that or gathered that from somewhere and manifested and thought that was what you should be doing, but you didn't hear that. It was an inspiration that was wellspring. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, because it came up in you. But it is still good, but it is the pattern that many have followed. It's a path, thank you. Pattern, pattern that many have followed to enlightenment. Removing all earthly pleasures, objects, I don't know if it's the right word, ownership or woes. I don't know if that's the right word either. I'm trying to describe what they're showing me. Getting rid of all earthly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on.
It felt like I released all the weight.
Yes, that's what they're probably trying to tell me. Because I'm looking at cutting the cord or cutting all that out or just giving up and surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I've done that. I understand the path you're on, but I didn't let go of it. I just gave it up. I didn't care about it anymore, so it's withering.
Mm.
I didn't sell it. I kept it, but I didn't do anything with it, like a house or family stuff or jobs or all that. I gave up and all of that and just followed my path, and that's led me right here to you. I mean, right here in this room, I should say, to you, because I don't want to get you to get it wrong idea. But there's we know each other. I've known you before.
Yes.
Many times, and having crossed your path, talking to you, heart connection, all of that's right there. And I don't want to give you the wrong idea.
No, that's okay. You know, Carl, when you said that the thing was welling up, my water bottle erupted.
Did it?
Yeah. Yes.
That's the force of the power of our spiritual colleagues.
Yes.
And
This is well water. It's not sparkling water. It's not supposed to explode and push the top up.
Oh, I believe you. I believe the pressure was building.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also mineral water.
Well, it's well water from the country. Because at my parents' house they have well water, and I put crystals in it.
I'm telling you, both that puts minerals in it. Where it came from in the spring in the well,
it's
mineral also
rich.
Mineral.
Yes.
Yes, that's what they said to me. I don't know.
No, this is correct. It is mineral rich, but it is not bubbly. It's still water.
Oh, it's not sparkling water.
No, but it sparkled and pushed the cap off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I believed you when you told me. You had to explain in detail. But that's that kind of stuff that happens anyway for you. And I hope that, Andy, I was trying to get back to you and not be distracted from your question.
No, this is...
You have love in your eyes. I love it. Thank you. Did it answer your question?
It did. It answered, I think, the core of the question. I'm not sure. You said there is something with me. Some words that I didn't even understand.
Your son.
Oh, yeah.
Your son has followed you here.
Yeah.
And he's your... I didn't understand the word either, but it felt like a devotee or not servant, companion with you for a lifetime. Yours.
Mm-hmm.
And where he, by the time you get ready to leave, he will be grown and able to do on his own if you don't enable him to the point where he's not able to function in the earth alone.
Yeah, I'm here in this life to support him with his work. So it's always my job to make sure he's self-sufficient and reaching for his highest.
And he also, you, is what I'm saying. That's what they were saying to me. Not quite a servant, something beyond a servant, a devotee, somewhere beyond a devotee. I don't know, a lifelong companion, servant, here to serve, not just you, but you're teaching him to serve the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're supposed to do. That's why he followed you. That's what they were talking about. Sorry. Anything? I hope to answer your question, but you got some more questions if you can fashion them into a question.
Well, are we supposed to be traveling?
We'll travel.
Yes.
You will travel. Not supposed to. It's like, if I walk across the street, am I supposed to be over there?
No, I mean, it seems like we're meant to be on the road and going to different parts of the world over the next few months.
I saw you doing that.
Yeah.
And yes, you did. And this has been your desire. But whenever you use that word, supposed, it's a non-word.
Okay.
Wherever you take yourself, that's where you'll be.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do, because you're in control of supposed to.
Right. It feels like we are supposed to be, and I know we're being called to certain
you have
places.
The urge to do this.
There are certain specific places that we are being called to go and create.
I see 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you are, but it's also to learn and also to teach. Both of those. Be careful of when you go to a certain one of them. I don't know if it's something to do with, but it's a dangerous situation in one of those places. And you have to do a little bit of research before you go and make sure that you can go and emerge unscathed. You won't have to have any difficulties while you're there.
Yeah.
Yes, this is your desire. This is what you've been urged. Just like popped into your head. I think we need to do this and that. But it's really for you to learn from these places. And the one that number 1 places they're talking about is where your teacher was from, and also one of your spiritual friends were from too. Somewhere in Upper Tibet. Upper Tibet, because it feels like it's a mountain. It's not mountains around it.
Yeah, the Himalayas and.
Yeah, you would love it there, but you might get a little, I won't say bored, and not lost, but a kind of combination of once you get there, it might be anticlimactic if you're not accepted into or understand the reasoning, philosophy and culture of the people and why they do certain things the way they do them. You'll learn. You'll be able to teach a lot of it, but you really want a spiritual experience and not just a cultural experience. And that's what you'll probably likely be exposed to, the cultural experience. And those that even among the people there, those who are wanting a spiritual experience or devote themselves to that spiritual journey are not accepted. You know, even them among those. So it might be difficult, and you might get a little that they won't give you what you're looking for from this spiritual experience. You're getting that from their teachers in spirit.
Yeah, I think the places I've been called to are the Redwood Forest, Hawaii, Iceland, Michoacan, Mexico. That's the mountain where the monarch butterfly migration completes at.
That might be the one that they're talking about. Be careful.
Yeah.
Because it was somewhere south of here. Yeah. Hawaii rang out. Redwood Forest is like, oh, this is fun. I like this. This is good. It wasn't very much there. But Hawaii felt like, for some reason, that's the signal that our time is up.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's been 24 minutes.
Exactly. It's almost 30.
Okay.
And Will McCarthy is.
Oh, he's my friend.
Yeah, I know Will very well. He's got an hour.
Yeah.
I haven't had a break. Darn it.
Well, let me give you a break.
I hate this.
Yeah, that's
he's
okay.
Supposed to be here at 11:15.
Yeah. Well, let's give you a few minutes. But do they have any advice about my, like, is there anything
this is 15 stuff. I don't understand.
Is there anything I need to look out for my son? Like any big warning? 17.
First name?
Alexander. Xander.
How do you call him?
Xander.
Xander. No, only that which may expose him to dangerous situations, and that also goes for you.
Yeah.
But I went up at least 2 or 3 years, and I didn't see anything. I think that what you're planning on doing and how you want to live your life with him there will help him to have a kind of worldly understanding. But then the most difficult part of all of that would be letting him go to follow his own path.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
It will be, but I'm prepared for that.
And it didn't feel like it 3 years from now, he'll still be kind of there. It doesn't happen until he's about 21 or 22.
Yeah. Which is typical for young adults with autism.
But he must go to school.
Yes.
Or continue with some kind of training or education or something.
Yeah. He'll go to college.
I saw him doing that, yeah. And it'll still be hard for him, difficult, but he's going to surprise a lot of people because it seems like a specialized kind. You said autism, it's a specialized kind that will allow him to excel in one particular area. And he's going to surprise a lot of people with that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that, though?
I do. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie baby.
Thank
Honey pie.
you.